Hi everyone, Andy Myers here and welcome to the September edition of the New South Wales Oyster Newsletter. First up, some of you already may be aware that Laura Stoltenberg has recently left her position as the Oyster Industry Extension Officer at Ocean Watch, and we wish her well as she pursues other interests. Looking ahead, the responsibilities of the Extension Officer will be shared by Simon Rowe and myself, and I'll be primarily taking the lead in the publication of this newsletter, organising the 2026 Oyster Conference and broader comms and industry engagement. With that in mind, we've decided to revamp the newsletter just a bit, starting with this short video summarising its content before you can explore the detail below at your leisure. So in this month's newsletter, it's packed with all the usual updates from across the industry. It contains the usual links to classified ads, as well as updates from 7 different nurseries and hatcheries. From the updates I've received, it looks as though there's both rock and Pacific oyster spat available now, and many facilities are taking orders for stock which will be available in the next couple of months. We're also kicking off planning for the 2026 New South Wales Oyster Conference, likely to be held down in Merimbula on the far south coast. I'm calling for volunteers to help join the organising committee for this one, so we can develop a conference which is of course heaps of fun, affordable and really meets the needs of industry. We also have an update from DPIRD. This includes details of new best practice guidelines for oyster raft construction, updates on water quality initiatives, and fresh data from the Sydney Rock Oyster Breeding Programme, including QX assessments and estimated breeding values for the 2023 family lines, which were assessed in the Georges River, the 2 sites in Port Stephens, as well as the Hawkesbury River. Fisheries are also gearing up for their 2025 breeding run at the Port Stephens Fisheries Institute. They're aiming to produce up to 50 families with a continued focus on QX resistance, fast growth and condition. From New South Wales farmers, the association will be making a submission to the inquiry about the May floods and the response of the New South Wales Reconstruction Authority, and that includes the difficulties farmers are facing accessing support payments. The association also welcomes a new chair to the fold at Oysters Australia and also touches on a recent workshop held in Sydney, which focused on the investigation of unexplained oyster mortalities. There's also a reminder that as temperatures rise, Vibrio are also naturally on the increase. The newsletter provides links to risk management strategies for farmers to consider, and also asks that everyone spends a bit of time thinking and testing their cold chain practices coming into the peak season. You'll also find links to recent oyster news in the media, a look back at the 1970 Foster Tongue Curry Oyster Festival at Wallace Lake, a new Australian and New Zealand marine harmful algal network, tropical oyster trials in Queensland, and warnings about invasive species, and of course much more. If you've got any news, photos, classifieds or information that you want to share, please reach out. Thanks for watching and enjoy the newsletter.